Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
Are you able to see my screen, all of you? Hello. Okay. So I'm getting messages like this. That's great. So I would be teaching Terraform to all of you. So in this course, we will understand what is Terraform and why do we need Terraform. Suppose if you are using AWS or Azure Cloud, so why Terraform is necessary in spite of we have already the infrastructure as the code material already in the cloud. So we will get the whole overview regarding this. We will understand the brief history and I will explain you how to download and install. We will perform the labs also. With me, you will be doing all of those things so that you will get a clear clarity on all these things. We will create a first project and resources, and we will deploy in let the cloud be AWS cloud. So we will create and deploy our Terraform resources in AWS cloud, and we will see how is it working. Okay, so there are some Terraform commands like init plan. So I will explain what are these things, how can we use it, and how can we use it more efficiently in an organization. So I will explain the complete picture how the IT world uses the like Terraform, not like a simple thing, like how the standards they make. Okay, so these are the commands like apply. So once you do this, the your resources will be created. So I will be explaining all these things and what are the arguments you can pass to make it more efficient and more doable. Second, yeah. So how to delete the resources Terraform, and suppose if there are more Terraform resources, how to delete more than suppose if you have 10 resources and if you want to delete only the specific one, so how to delete that also. So I would be explaining that. So in Terraform, the most important concept you can say you should know what is state file. So I would be explaining all of these things in the course so that you will have a clear clarity, because this is the heart of the Terraform. So if you don't understand this, it will be a little bit difficult. How does the Terraform work? So once you create and destroy resources, that is all good. But in the background, something is working which is maintaining everything. To understand the background, this is very important. So I would be explaining that also. Wait a second. Okay, so use of state files. What is the difference between current state and the desired state? Okay, so once you get understanding on current state and desired state, you will understand all those things. So suppose if you are using AWS cloud, so how to pass the region and version value. Okay, suppose once you write this, the Terraform will itself download the plugins of suppose AWS cloud of version 2.7. But if you want to download it of any other version, you can easily write here. So there are so many things in Terraform. So I will explain all of these things. Okay, so there are output values in Terraform. Once you create all those things in the terminal, you want to see what is the public IP and what are the necessary things you want to see in the terminal itself. not going inside the console and finding all of those things. So you can do that thing also in Terraform. So we would be doing that also. Like, hi, yes. So as you all, if I'm not wrong, if you are aware of variables, that's good. And even if you're not aware of, that's not an issue. I will explaining all those things in a very detailed way. What are Terraform variables? How can we use it? And how to remove the hardcode value and use Terraform variables also. So explaining all of these things and how to use that also. So yeah, so what are the ways you can use Terraform variables? So these are the explanations. Suppose if we are using the explanation variables, there are data types also. So what are the data types that variables support? So these are the things like string, list, map, number, and I will be explaining everything. What is map, list, string, number, everything. So as suppose now, second, yeah. Suppose now, is anyone aware of like what is EC2 instance in AWS cloud? Is anyone aware of that thing? Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
a compute
suppose,
level.
yeah, pardon?
It's a compute level.
Absolutely, absolutely. So suppose your manager comes and hey Arjun, hey Arun, can you create 5 EC2 instances? You won't be creating an EC2 instance separately and separately. It will take huge amount of time. So there is a count variable. Okay. Suppose he asked you to create 4 VPCs, 2 S3 bucket, and something else. You won't be creating and you won't be writing Terraform code block again and again for all those. So if so Terraform supports a variable count. So once you write that value of count, it will create that much resources in AWS. So it will help to what you can say in avoiding the writing the same code again and again. Okay. Suppose if you have created, if you want to create 5 EC2 instances, you just have to mention count equal to 5. It will create that resource, 5 resources of that. Okay. Like suppose if you want to create these 2 resources, you need to write this block again, this block again. So these 2 blocks will create 2 AWS EC2 instances. But so see, you are writing the 3 lines again and again in the code. You don't want that. It will make the code look bigger. It will make more complex. And suppose the other person will come, it will very difficult to debug. So we will write only a single block and we will write count equal to 5. What does it will do? It will create the EC5 EC2 instance. Okay. So these are the things we will understand. Suppose there is a count index. So suppose there are 5 EC2 instances and we want to like for each instance we want to give some name and we want to do some manipulation for each instances. For 5, for each instances we want to do some manipulation. So there is a count index which supports. We will understand that also. How to use conditional variables. So if you are not aware of like we have languages Java, C, Python, Ruby, .NET. Okay. So in every languages we have statements. If else. So if this will happen, now Arun will go do this. If this will happen, Shantosh will do this. Okay. So similarly in Terraform, where we have a if else. Okay. For the time being, don't read conditional. Consider this like if else statement. So if this becomes true, then this happens else this. So this is how this statement gets read. Okay, so we will understand this and we will do labs on this and how to use that, like variables and all. There are Terraform functions like match, clean. These are the inbuilt functions. Okay, so we will understand this. So data sources are like these are also very important. Suppose if you have a EC2 instance already. Okay, sorry, you want to create a EC2 instance and you want to create a EC2 instance inside that VPC which is already created in the vCon. So to do that, wait a second. To do that, first of all, we need to fetch up the VPC ID. Then we can create EC2 instance inside that VPC. Am I right? Suppose if you want to create a EC2 instance inside a VPC which is already created. First, so in Terraform, you need that VPC ID. So we will fetch the VPC ID through data sources. Okay. So we will understand and we will do labs more on these to get a clear clarity. So these are the examples. Terraform format. So like industry also uses this command very often. So what does this do? It will format your Terraform code in a very good and like readable way. What I can say. See, suppose before format you have written like this. Just see the equal to the here. This code is not good looking. No one wants to see this code. It's very difficult to understand, readable, debug, and so many issues. But once you run this command, see, it will be like aligned automatically. Okay, so we will do all those things. Terraform validate, we can understand. Like once you create all these Terraform codes, there are 3-4 commands which you will use at on a daily basis. One is format, one is validate. So I will explain all this also. There are dynamic blocks also, like you don't want to write the blocks manually, instead you want to create it like dynamically. So wait a second. We will understand Terraform tend commands, Terraform output I have already said you. Okay, suppose I have seen many places. You write a block like Terraform code. Okay. And you have a Terraform installed of 0. Let it be 1.1 version. Okay. Once you run that thing, it will not run. Why? Because you have explicitly specified that this Terraform code to get run, it needs the version 0.0. Okay. So you can always specify that your code will always run if you have Terraform version of above these or something like this. So I will explain now. The latest version is going like 1.0.4, I think. Terraform Provisioners is also like suppose uh, as you all of know like of EC2 instances. Okay. So what do you want? Once you create your EC2 instances, some scripts and some folders that needs to be pre-installed, not through manually. Everything will be done through automation. In industry, automation means a lot, and everyone is going through automation. So we would be learning each and everything what we can achieve to do that. Okay. So Terraform Provisioner helps a lot. Suppose if you want a EC2 instance and you want to install the software while creating those EC2 instances, once that EC2 instance get created, like Tomcat, Java will be installed automatically. Okay, so you can use provisioners. So there are two types of provisioners like local and remote. So we will understand what are all those and how can we use it efficiently. So as I said, local and remote modules. So like modules used a lot. Okay, so understand like this. You have created a Terraform code and it is working very fine. Okay. Now you move to a different project in an organization. Now that organization is saying, hey Arun, can you create all those things? Now you remember like I have already created all these resources in my old project. Now I have to write the same code again. Okay, suppose you have written there also, no issues. Now you're going to third organization. Now he's telling to write the same code again. You don't want to write the same code again and again and again. So here comes the module switch. Okay. So you write the code and you parameterize. What do you mean by parameterize? Like variable. Okay. For all the values, you have written variables and you have put your code in the GitHub or in your code repository, whatever your organization follows. Then suppose if you are going in a different project and the other person says, can you write all those things? Now you say that I have already written that thing. So you can easily call all those things and you just need to pass the values. Okay. So this is the use of this. You will get a clear understanding what are modules and how can we use this. So I will explain everything about. So these are the modules, things like how can you use it. So Terraform registry has modules. You can upload in GitHub, Bitbucket. You can upload your own repositories, S3 bucket. There are so many things. So these are the examples. See, someone has created the module network. So in some places might be just see the location. This is a local module because you are giving the local path and you just passing the value and it will create all the network structure. You don't need to write the code. You just need to write a small block and it will create everything. So you will get a clear clarity. So like Terraform registry also provides the module. So if you go to Google, like Terraform registry, suppose VPC. So beside that, if you see a tick mark, it's like verified and is provided by Terraform. Okay. Terraform Workspace. Okay. So are you able to hear me everything and get it, getting some idea or any doubt till now? You can let me know while texting me in the chat. As of now, I think like no issues. Then if you have any doubt or if you want to go me slow, I will stop that time itself. Okay. So suppose Terraform Workspace is like for different environments. In IT organization, you have different environments like dev, QA, staging, pre-prod. Okay. So to maintain that, we have Workspace. So we will deploy the codes in the different environment and how we will manage that, we will use Workspace. So you will understand what is Workspace, what are the Workspace commands. So remote state management. So what I said that there is a Terraform state file. So in Terraform state files, all the configurations and whatever you deployed, everything will be stored there. But we should store it remotely, like in the remote server where everyone can see and everyone can use it if other can deploy. So what is the remote state management and how can we keep that file? So yeah, so thing, what is Terraform? As I said, there is a state file. So how to manage the states and how can we store it remotely? What are the commands Terraform state supports? So these are the things that will be explained in my entire course, and I will explain everything in a very like the beginner's way. And if you get any doubts, I will explain everything, and we will do the last of everything. So any doubts till now? And I want to know what are your expectations from my end.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.